Hello everyone, hello Mr. Mali, hello dear classmates. I'll be presenting today my final project. I'll be answering a few questions we've been asked at class. So the first one is about the montage. So what is montage? Montage is a technique that was introduced during the 20s by the famous directors Eisenstein and Pudovkin. It technically consists on making cuts on single takes and putting them together in order to have to build one film. So, but why we want montage and not only the simple single takes? Before montage, we had people only watching what the directors put on the film, so they didn't have any opportunity for them to interact. So it was only a representation of reality. But after the coming of montage, people they had the opportunity to participate in the making of the film by interpreting in their own ways, by understanding by their own ways. For example, we had that famous sequence when we had the man, and then after him the woman, and then after him the baby, and then after him the food. So it was the same picture of the man, but we could understand a different thing each time. After the woman, we could understand that he was attracted. After food, he was hungry, etc. So this is the main key of the montage. So for the first question, which is about the Hollywood production code, in a country like USA, even if it seemed all free, but there still was religion and morals very important to people. So when directors used to put some violent scenes or scenes containing some sex or something like this, it was considered as something against the morals. So this is why we had the Hollywood production code. It was a code that forbids the use of sex scenes or violent scenes in movies. For example, we couldn't have a thief which was not punished at the end of the film, so it was against violence. Or we couldn't have a scene shot in a bedroom when we had a king bed, so it refers to sex or something like this. So the production code came to forbid all this. But now what would the directors do in order to keep their films and the meaning of their films all along with respecting this code? They would come up with some intelligent techniques, such as separation techniques. If they want to show social classes, or they would use the character actor, someone who is known to act always the same role. So that was very intelligent from their part to move from this production code. So, for the third question, which is Citizen Kane, well, how is the main character of Charles Foster Kane similar to America? Kane came from a very difficult background, so he was taken away from his family with one memory inside his head. The only thing he had was Rosebud. The same as America, which came from another country, from another continent, so they had nothing. But Charles Foster Kane built himself, he worked hard, and he became one of the most important people in the country. This is the same as America. Now America is considered as one of the is considered the powerful country in the world. Another similarity is domination and for example, Foster Kane was dominating all the people around him. This is the same again as America. America is dominating the whole world. This is why Citizen Kane was considered as one of the most important, the best films in history. So now I'll be moving to the fourth question, which was about the World War II. So, after the World War II, it's true that America was victorious, but what was behind this victory? It was a country, a desperate country with dark ideas, with sad people, with people who lost their dears, people who lost their homes, their jobs. So people were hungry to see their sufferings on screens. This is why we had the film noir and neo-realist films. Film noir was shooting the desperate people, the sad people, and it was the same as the neo-realist films. So they wanted to show the real sufferings of American people. This is why they used many techniques, such as the shooting on location, also the shooting on location. We had the overlapping dialogue when we had, in order to show how real was this, we had also the sad endings instead of the happy endings, because people were no longer interested in watching beautiful and happy movies with love and romance inside. So we will move now to the fifth question, which was about Hitchcock themes and techniques. So Hitchcock was a very famous director, known by by following the ideas of the very famous psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. So he used to he was very influenced by his ideas. He used to use his ideas in his films, and he was known by storyboarding. So before making any film, he had a previous idea on what will be in this film, the exact thing he wanted to have in his films. So one of the themes he used to make, to put in his films, were mainly about like voyeurism, which is about having a character following another one, hunting him for the whole film, but that he couldn't be seen. So another one was the femme fatale, which is a woman, a very powerful, beautiful, sexy woman, for which the protagonists fall each time and follow her, but she is always the cause or the main reason for his end. Another theme he used to use was the necrophilia, which is the love of the death. So we can see this in his film Vertigo. So for the themes he used to use, we could see the techniques of Hitchcock. We had plus the techniques of film noir, we had another techniques which, like suspense. He used to use to let the people watching they're confused, they don't know what's going to happen. He used to use music which was confusing. He also used reverse angle. The reverse angle, like, he used to shoot people, the two people, like one and then another one from another angle, and then another one from another angle, and the off-screen space. Well, this is why Hitchcock was one of the very, very known directors of his times. Now we will move to the final question, which is about the new wave, the new American wave. The American wave was very influenced by the waves coming from other countries, such as the French, the Italian, and the Japanese ones. Again, the new wave was known as the American filmmaking renaissance. So it brought new techniques such as the self-referential. These films used to use scenes from other previous films, scenes that were very, very famous, like the one we could see in Connie and Blythe, or I don't remember his name. So for the scene where they were both killed, we could see again another technique, which is using the unknown. So the unknown was a character which was not. Nobody knows him. It wasn't. He didn't act before. We don't know him very well. So it's a new character used to make the film look more realist. I guess I really hope that my review of the class was good enough, and I wish you all good luck, and see you. I hope I can see you for the next term, inshallah. Goodbye.